I stopped sharing my food with my husband after he kept joking about my weight. It started small, a comment here, a laugh there, nothing that would seem cruel to anyone watching from the outside. We'd been married for 3 years, together for 6. I thought I knew him completely. Then I gained 15 pounds after switching to a desk job. Nothing dramatic, just life happening. The first joke came at dinner with his parents. I reached for a second helping of mashed potatoes and he said, "Careful, babe, the buttons on your jeans are already screaming for help." Everyone laughed. His mom, his dad, even his sister. I smiled because what else was I supposed to do? The second joke came a week later. We were at a restaurant and I ordered pasta. He looked at the waiter and said, "She's training for a marathon. Eating marathon." The waiter looked uncomfortable. I wanted to disappear, but I told myself he was just being playful, that couples tease each other, that I was being too sensitive. Then the jokes got worse. He started calling me his little piggy when I ate snacks. He'd oink at me when I opened the refrigerator. He bought me a gym membership for my birthday and said it was a hint. I cried in the bathroom for an hour after that one. I tried talking to him about it, told him the jokes hurt, told him I was struggling with my confidence. He rolled his eyes and said I needed to learn how to take a joke, so I stopped sharing my food with him. See, every meal we'd ever had together, I'd give him bites of whatever I ordered. It was our thing. He'd try my food, I'd try his. We'd been doing it since our first date. Not anymore. The first time I said no, he laughed. "Come on, just one bite." I shook my head. He looked confused, but let it go. The second time, he got annoyed. "Why are you being weird?" I told him I wasn't hungry enough to share. He called me petty. The third time, he got angry. "This is ridiculous. Give me a bite of your burger." I looked at him calmly and said, "Sorry, I need all the calories. I'm training for an eating marathon. Remember?" His face went red. "That's not the same thing." "Feels the same to me." He didn't talk to me for the rest of dinner. The silent treatment lasted 3 days. Then he tried a different approach. He apologized, said he didn't realize how much the jokes bothered me, said he'd stop. I believed him. 2 weeks later, we were at his coworker's barbecue. I was making a plate and he walked up behind me. He whispered loud enough for people nearby to hear, "Maybe skip the ribs, babe. Your dress is looking a little tight." Something in me snapped. I put my plate down, walked to my car, drove home, packed a bag. When he got home that night, he found me sitting on the couch with my suitcase by the door. "What are you doing?" "I'm staying at my sister's for a while." He laughed. "Because of a joke?" "No, because you've been humiliating me for months and calling it love." His face changed. He tried to block the door. "You're overreacting. This is insane. I'm not letting you leave over something so stupid." I called my sister. She was there in 15 minutes. He stood in the driveway yelling that I was being dramatic while she helped me load my stuff. His mom called me the next day, told me I was tearing the family apart over nothing, that her son just has a certain sense of humor, that I needed to grow thicker skin. I hung up on her. 3 weeks passed. He sent flowers, texts, voicemails, saying he missed me, that he was sorry, that he'd go to therapy, that he'd change. I didn't respond to any of it. Then his sister reached out. She said something that made my blood run cold. "He's been telling everyone you left because you're insecure about your weight gain, that you're mentally unstable." He was making me the villain. I drove to his office during his lunch break, found him in the break room with his coworkers, the same ones from the barbecue. I walked up to him calmly. He looked shocked. "Babe, what are you doing here?" I smiled. Just wanted to drop something off. I handed him an envelope. Divorce papers. His coworkers went silent. His face drained of color. "What is this?" he whispered. "It's what happens when you spend 3 years tearing down your wife and calling it comedy." I turned to his coworkers. "By the way, I didn't leave because I'm insecure. I left because your buddy here thinks humiliating his spouse is a personality trait." I walked out without looking back. The divorce finalized 2 months later. He tried to fight it, tried to claim I abandoned him. His lawyer didn't get very far. Last week, I ran into his sister at the grocery store. She told me he's been struggling. Can't keep a girlfriend. Keeps making jokes that drive women away. She asked if I felt bad. I grabbed my groceries and smiled. "Sorry, I don't share anymore."